Hey there, and welcome to the Season 4 premiere of Tattered Tales. I'm Lizzie Anna Wakefield, this week's tour guide on our exploration of fantastic anthology. Let me ask you a question. Do you believe in swamp monsters? There are more than a couple skeptics in Nick's Lakeside Bar and Grill, but after the harrowing account of Evan's night, we're all going to be believers.
I'm telling you, Nick, this thing must have been 60 feet long.
You don't say. 60 feet, eh?
That's right.
Now tell me, Jenny, you see this thing yourself? With your own eyes?
Well, no. I didn't actually go out that night, but my girl Lily tells me...
You see? You got nothing. Just another swamp tale.
Come on, Nick. We all know there's some strange goings-ons in that puddle, then who's to say what's actually causing it?
Well, it's not a monster, Charlie.
Man, I don't know. I heard a heck of a lot of stories and...
Heard. Not seen. For real. I'm being serious. Have any of you actually seen anything? Anything at all to lead you to believe such nonsense?
I have.
Really?
So, do you believe in swamp monsters?
Yeah, I do. And when I'm done telling my tale, you're gonna believe in them too.
Okay. So, are you gonna tell us the story or what?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm sorry. I was just waiting for some kind of transitional music to signify our story has moved on to a different location and time and... Ah, there it is. So tell me, do any of you know why a local marsh is called Wormwood Swamp?
Cuz, during Prohibition, those Swiss immigrants were planting wormwood all over the area to make their absinthe, right?
That's right. But more than that, it's the reason why I was out there last night. You see, I teach at the local university, and right now I'm researching the direct environmental and sociological effects bootleggers had on the local community and the surrounding area. Fortunes made, political careers birthed, pockets lined, laws passed, murders, suicides. The domino effect emitting from that time period profoundly changed the world we live in today.
Okay, Professor. Spare us the lecture. We're not a couple of your students.
Right, well, that's what I was doing. I was combing the swamp for artifacts. Copper tubing, stills, what have you. Everything was normal at first. It was a typical outing. Whoa. I had already retrieved a few really nice items before things got weird.
Weird how?
I don't know. Crypto weird. The pseudoscience, not Bitcoin. Anyway, when I pulled up the line that final time, I ended up grabbing more than I bargained for.
What was it?
An orb. Or a pearl. I guess. At least that's what I thought at the time, but now I'm convinced it was an egg.
Should have thrown it back.
You don't know how right you are. And that's probably exactly what I would have done if the darn thing didn't start glowing.
The thing just lit up? Like a light bulb?
Kind of. As soon as I touched it, it started to pulsate. The light it was giving off and the weird sound it was making synchronized into this weird heartbeat. It was beautiful. Mesmerizing. Terrifying.
Sounds like an even better reason to ditch it.
Well, regardless, I took it home. Got to my house. Went to bed with no problems. At least that's what I thought. Somewhere around 6 a.m. this morning, I woke up. I'm not sure why, but I couldn't shake the feeling I was being watched.
Huh? What?
The hairs in the back of my neck stood up on end. I knew, I was convinced whatever was peering in at me was doing it through my bedroom window. I slowly crept towards the glass and then spread open the blinds in order to peer out. I couldn't believe it. Standing there in my backyard, just staring at me, was an honest-to-goodness swamp monster. It was bipedal. You almost might mistake it for a man if it wasn't for the oddly shaped head and the oversized mouth. It looked as if it went from ear to ear, or, at least where the ears would be if it had any. It didn't really have what I would call a nose either. It was more like two nostril slits where the mound of the face would be. Kind of like an anthropomorphic claw. It doesn't really explain it. It's the best I can.
That's not how they look. They're like long serpent things with 6 red eyes.
Clearly, you don't know dick about swamp monsters.
Oh, whatever. I know stuff.
Oh, be quiet, Jenny. Let the man tell his story, for crying out loud.
Well, I just stood there in my bedroom, staring out the window like an idiot. I was in shock. A total deer in the headlights situation. Then the monster's eyes started to flash a glowing light. It was so weird, so familiar. The rhythm of the monster's eyes seemed to give off some kind of energy. I don't know, they had an allure to them. I could almost hear them pulsate. Then I realized I actually could hear it, and the sound was coming from inside the room. I looked around and tried to find where the sound was coming from. And then, there it was, the orb. It was glowing and pulsating exactly in sync with the monster's eyes, looking in at me from outside. A chill ran up my spine. When I looked back, the monster was right outside my window, mere inches away. I was so surprised I stumbled and fell backwards. Oh, shit! I looked at the monster's face as it peered in at me, and I knew it wanted me dead. Luckily for me, that's when the sun started coming up. It must have an aversion to sunlight, or it flat out hurts the beast. Either way, it ran back into the woods like a bat out of hell. As soon as the creature was gone, the orb stopped pulsating.
Nope, that's it. Burn the house down.
Oh, I tried. I pretty much immediately threw it in the garbage can outside. But as soon as I walked back in the house, there it was. Just sitting on the kitchen table.
Bullshit!
Swear to God.
So what'd you do?
Try it again. What else was I supposed to do? At the time, I was trying to convince myself I had, some sort of brain fart. Even though I remembered it clearly, I must have not actually thrown the thing out.
All right, folks, you hear that? That's the sound of our night coming to an end. That's right, it's closing time. Please settle up and kindly get the hell out.
Do you need me to leave?
Hell no. At least not until you finish this tattered tale of yours.
Agreed. I have to admit, I'm kind of invested at this point.
Fair enough.
So now I'm driving down the highway headed towards the county dump when I remembered this stupid place is closed on Tuesdays. It was so freaking frustrating. Somehow I knew I had to get rid of it. But how? Then I thought maybe I was overthinking the whole thing. Screw it. I grabbed that orb sitting next to me on the passenger seat, rolled down the window, and threw the damn thing out. For a moment, I was afraid to look over at where it had been. Logically, the orb was gone. I just threw it out the window, yet somehow I just felt like it was still there. Finally, I couldn't take it anymore, and I just turned and looked. Oh, holy crap, yes. Oh, thank God. Whew. Then it was back. It was sitting on the seat next to me like it never left. What? Oh, no. No! Are you freaking kidding me? What the hell are you? Oh, shit. Hello?
Hello, Evan.
Mia? Where are you?
I'm at your place. We were supposed to have dinner tonight, remember?
Crap, I'm sorry. It's been a crazy day. Hang tight, I'll be right there.
How long are you gonna be?
Honestly, it might be another hour.
Jesus, Evan. It's going to be dark by then.
You can break in if you want. I'm sure there's a window open or something.
Just hurry, okay?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll be right there.
Love you.
Love you too.
Wait, hold on. You just drove back home knowing that orb thing might lead the monster right to her?
That does seem kind of stupid.
Why would you do that?
I don't know, she's smart. Mia's been one of my colleagues for years.
Doesn't the college have a problem with you two smashing?
Smashing? Really?
Fine then. Bumping uglies. Whatever.
It's fine. Neither one of us are the other's superior. What does any of this have to do with anything anyway?
Well, excuse us, Professor. Sorry we wanted some backstory and depth to a character that's just been introduced into the narrative.
Fair enough. Anyway, I arrived an hour later. Mia was still waiting for me outside. You couldn't get in?
Well, I'm not Catwoman. I don't know how to pick locks.
Right, sorry.
You know, this wouldn't be an issue if you finally decided to give me a key.
Right. Well, we'll talk about that later.
You okay? I mean, you sounded a little freaked out before, but now that I've gotten a look at you, I know it's bad. What's going on?
Come inside. I gotta show you something.
Okay.
It took about 20 minutes to bring her up to speed, and even then, I don't think she was completely convinced.
Okay, you can't seriously expect me to believe any of this.
You think I'm lying? The orb is right here. Take a good look.
Okay, yeah, it's weird, but it hasn't hummed or glowed or anything.
Maybe it only does that when the swamp monster is coming.
Wow.
I know what I saw.
Right. A magical orb you can't get rid of that somehow summons a monster.
Okay, I get it. But for argument's sake, just as a hypothetical, what should I do?
Fine, I'll play. Maybe it's an egg.
What?
The orb. Maybe it's an egg. Well, just think about it. Why are you not supposed to go near bear cubs?
Because there's probably a mother nearby waiting to rip you to shreds.
Exactly. So if this thing is an egg, maybe the creature is just trying to get it back.
Fine, but none of that explains why I can't get rid of the damn thing. Seriously, I'll throw it out and it'll just reappear right where it was, like I hadn't done anything at all.
Did you ever think that maybe all of this is just a hallucination? You said the old bootleggers you're researching made absinthe. That's the Green Fairy, right? Maybe you were, I don't know, somehow exposed or something?
Absinthe doesn't actually make you hallucinate. That's a common misconception.
Really? But the movies always... Wow.
It's here.
You're just messing with me, right?
Come on, it sounded like it was coming from the backyard.
Do you see anything?
Not yet.
Don't go out there. Wait, did you see that?
Is it the monster?
No. I think somebody's out there. Just some guy.
Was it bald? Did it look like it had no ears? What about a nose?
I don't know. I didn't get a good look. Maybe there's nobody even out there. All your creepy monster talk just messing with me.
Monster! Oh, hello, officers.
Good evening, sir. How are you tonight?
Fine. What's going on?
Your neighbors reported a brunette woman lurking around the property about an hour ago.
She was allegedly casing the place, looking in windows, just general suspicious behavior.
Yeah, sorry. That was me.
She's my girlfriend. I was running late. I told her she could let herself in.
And you are?
Evan Holland. This is my place.
Oh, okay.
Hey, we're actually happy you're here. There might be someone creeping around outside.
Might be.
I didn't actually get a good look, but my boyfriend here thinks it's a monster.
Of course it's not a monster. That would be crazy. But, I don't know, the guy out there might be a burn victim or something. He didn't seem to have, like, what you'd consider normal facial features, you know?
Right. Well, we'll go around the side and check it out. You folks hang tight.
Thanks.
Thank you, officers.
Why would you tell him that I saw a monster? They're gonna think I'm insane.
Oh, come on, Evan, lighten up.
That's when all hell broke loose. I didn't see what happened to the first cop, but the second guy died right in front of us. A split second after he fired, the poor guy was thrown through our glass back door.
Oh my God!
Help me.
For a moment I was frozen, but I quickly snapped out of it and reached out for the man. Before I could do anything, the monster's frog tongue came flying in from outside and wrapped itself around the poor guy's waist. He looked at me then. His eyes were full of fear. He knew he was about to die.
Run! No!
And just like that, he was gone. Pulled right into the mouth of that creature. Come on, we gotta go.
It ate him.
There's nothing we can do. Go! We made it to the front door. Then, I don't know what happened. Mia shoved me outside and just locked me out. Mia, what are you doing?
We forgot the egg. I have to give it back its baby.
No, it'll kill you! That's when I heard her scream. Suddenly, her arm came bursting through the little window on my front door. Her hand was soaked in blood, either from the monster attack or from the shattering glass of the window. I'm not sure which. Either way, grasped firmly in her hand was the egg.
Take it to the swamp. It's the only way.
I didn't know what else to do, so I grabbed her hand. I could feel the monster pulling her from the other side. It was trying to take her away, back to its home in the marsh. Let her go! I didn't really have a plan. It's not like I could pull her through the little window. I knew that. But I couldn't just let the monster take her. Suddenly there was a snap, and her hand went limp. I instantly knew it was severed. As soon as I let go of it, it hit the ground, somehow still holding on to that damn orb. Mia! Mia!
So she wasn't there?
No. Her and the swamp monster were gone. It took her away as collateral until I returned the egg. Its baby. And that's what I'm about to go do. Just thought I'd stop in and get a bit of liquid courage first.
Bullshit.
I wish I was lying.
Prove it then.
I've got the egg in my truck right now.
Let's see it then.
I don't know, guys. Are we sure this is a good idea?
Sure it is. Don't you want to see what all the fuss is about, Jenny?
Not particularly.
Come on!
Okay, but we've got to hurry. I have to return this egg before it's too late.
Yeah, sure thing, bud.
No offense, kid, but this better be good.
I'll let you be the judge.
Alright then, let's see it.
Ah! You said the monster pulled off her hand! That's her whole arm and half of her rib cage!
No, she's fine. It didn't kill her. It's just keeping her alive for the trade.
Oh hell, Nick. This guy's lost it.
Is that real? That can't be real.
Seriously, guys, forget about the arm. Look at her hand. She's still holding the egg.
There is no she anymore, you crazy psychopath!
I really think you guys are focusing on the wrong aspect of this whole thing. See? It's doing it.
Doesn't that mean the swamp monster is coming?
Quick, put that thing away!
Oh my god. There it is.
Jenny, Nick, let's get out of here. This ain't right, man.
Hold on. I want to get a better look.
I wouldn't do that, Nick. It seems to be focusing on you.
Get away from me!
You leave him alone!
Jenny, wait!
No! Charlie!
I'm sorry! I'm so sorry. I'm out of here.
Oh, you were never gonna stop, were you? Jeez, I get it now. It wasn't an egg. You're not after your baby. It's a lure. And you're an anglerfish. I took the bait. And now you're gonna eat me. Simple as that. Nature at its purest.
That was the last thought Evan had before he died. Strangely, and unbeknownst to him, the only witnesses to his demise sit on top of a nearby hill overlooking the parking lot. The two dogs, Patches and Gary, watch as the swamp monster unhinges its grotesque jaw. Then, with lightning speed, the monster decapitates Evan with one swift bite.
Jesus. That was a bit much.
I've seen worse.
The two dogs wait for a while and watch as the monster devours the rest of Evan's body. Once finished, it sneaks away, fading into the swamp gas and disappearing into the tree line. Damn swamp monsters.
We hope you've enjoyed listening to this episode of Tattered Tales. Do You Believe in Swamp Monsters was written by Joe Wakefield, starring Joe Wakefield as Evan, Ellie Glavich as Maya, Lee Cleveland as Nick, E.J. Watson as Charlie, Jennifer Bouchard as Jenny, Vince Trotto as Officer Kushner, Andy Cash as Officer Gleason, Lizzie Anna Wakefield as the narrator, Luke Fisher as Gary, and Cody Allen as Patches. Directed by Lizzie Anna Wakefield. Sound design by Luke Fisher. Produced by Spooky Castle Productions, Nagano Press Studios, and Rick Lugg. Mark your calendars. New episodes of Tattered Tales are released the 17th of every month for your weird, wacky, spooky listening pleasure. This season, we'll be exploring old school movie monsters. Stay tuned for more spectacular stories from Tattered Tales.